I like cute girls. If you ever want me to try out a visual novel, video game, anime, literally anything, just place enough art of the cutest girl sermon in front of me and I'll admit it, I'm bound to try it at some point. Why am I bringing this up? Well, as I'm sure you'd expect, this cute girl obsession of mine became one of my primary motives for diving into the Rance universe. Of course, even if the most interesting individual to me, without any prior knowledge, was the main man, Rance himself, when I knew character designs like Shusuka, Am, Kanami, and still existed in this franchise, how could I resist trying it out? I mean, sure, it's a big time investment, but no biggie. This didn't stop me from playing trails for cute girls, so why would it stop me from trying out Rance? Okay, so why is all of this relevant? Well, you may have noticed that in the list of girls I just mentioned, the subject of this video, Urza, was not included. This is not because I deliberately chose to not include her in that sentence, but rather because I had absolutely no idea she existed. Like, at all. Normally, this could place characters at an extreme disadvantage in regards to the, let's just say, level of favoritism they will receive from me. I can't help it, okay? I'm a weak individual. I have biases. And yet, despite this, despite how I didn't even know of Urza's existence at all prior to seeing her in Rance 6, she has managed to not only beat the odds and reign among my top 3 Rance girls, but also be dangerously close to being my second favorite. And just in general, become a character I am absolutely obsessed with. Rance 6 is a game I hold unbelievably dear to my heart, enough to where I'm completely willing to overlook how, let's just say, clunky its gameplay can be. And Urza's story is a huge part for why I love the game as much as I do. So, as a result, I want to dedicate a video to talking about why I love Urza so much. Because as I'm sure you could tell by now, I just love shilling my faves. So, without further ado, let's now dive into what you're here for. Everything I love about Urza. Let's start with the obligatory character design shill. After all, it's the whole reason why Rance joined her resistance in the first place. And I mean, I'm going to be honest, I do the same thing. Who cares if it would make me a criminal or something, right? I don't consider myself subscribed to having an individual favorite hair color, but if I was held at gunpoint and forced to choose, okay, I admit that number 1 would be pink. But number 2? Easily blonde. And her little baby twin tails? It's cute! Urza is cute! Her first outfit, aka the long dress, is very cute and it has a cozy energy to it that I enjoy a lot. But I do particularly love how the various Seth uniforms look on her. What she wears in the final bits of Rance 6 might honestly be my overall favorite just because I love how the turquoise / teal / green color scheme looks on her. But the one she rocks in Sengoku, Quest, and X is still equally powerful. I mean, what can I say? I'm weak. Seeing skin is nice. I must say that a lot of my appreciation of her later designs does come from how it represents her character development to me. She just naturally oozes so much more confidence in her later sprites and portraits that it makes me really happy to see the uniform. As we'll get to soon, her growth as a character is not just something I love individually about Rance 6, but it's genuinely one of my favorite developments from the entire Rance franchise. So, rather than only loving her outfit from an aesthetic standpoint, for a lack of a better way to put it, I love how it kinda ties into her growth as well. Before moving on, I'd like to include her various gacha appearances / designs too. She's perfect in every iteration. So, let's now dive into her actual characterization here. I think the way Urza's trauma and self-loathing was written, handled, and portrayed throughout the game is genuinely so well done. Her writing hit pretty close to home for me. Allow me to get a bit personal here. For a long time, I suffered with extremely horrible self-esteem and just general lack of self-worth. Of course, first of all, I'm doing completely fine now, so don't worry. And second of all, my circumstances were nowhere near as traumatic and horrible as Urza's. I'm not trying to compare on that front. But, for instance, watching the way her already low confidence slowly dwindles throughout the game, how it actively leads her to ruin, and how it results in poor decision making due to her thought process of, why does it matter anyway? I'm useless, I can't do this. Or how she initially believes that she isn't even worthy of being fixed or seeking help. Stuff like that really hit home for me. Another aspect that makes me love the way she's written is how she portrays the fact that, yes, she is surrounded by people who do support her and want to see her overcome her trauma. For instance, Rance's words and actions reach deep inside of her, as even in times when she wasn't with him, she would still be driven to learn how to walk again, something almost unbelievable to her. However, regaining confidence, regaining the feeling that you deserve to be happy, to be alive, it doesn't just magically instantly happen. It's heartbreaking to think about, but just because someone is surrounded with a good support system, it doesn't mean they will be instantly cured. Of course, Urza's circumstances are rather complicated, but I think the principle of that still applies here. So naturally, all of this, witnessing her struggles throughout the game, and with how I saw a bit of my old self in her, it made the feeling of seeing her stand up for the first time just so special to me. I really can't put into words just how emotional it made me. I teared up, man! Her final interactions with Daniel just destroyed my soul, man. Like watching her be so quote-unquote ready to die. It's like, oh my god, dude, his words move me too. I want to live now too. And then, of course, watching her clock the hell out of a bird. Like, you go get him, girl. As I stated previously, I adore how this moment of her finally regaining her confidence, her will to live, is not only shown in the way she acts now, but also by quite literally seeing her stand up for herself on her own. It's genuinely one of the best, most emotional scenes in all of Rance to me. At this point, Urza easily solidified herself as one of my favorite Rance characters, period. Watching herself act with so much more confidence, more free from her internal struggles, it truly made me so happy. For instance, how she no longer believes herself to be worthy of quote-unquote punishment, and tells Rance how she no longer cares if he were to speak up about their nightly actions. When considering how we got to witness her own thought process behind it the entire game up until now, it just shows how much more she cares about her own happiness and self now. Her growth is genuinely inspiring to me. Of course, seeing how this is present in her appearances in later games is wonderful too. With this, we can lead on to one of my other individual favorite aspects of her dynamic, relationship, history, etc. with the main man, Rance himself. Of course, this is something present in discussion for practically every Rance girl, but I feel their interactions in particular left a specific lasting impression on me. Of course, their relationship isn't some completely black and white, easily digestible situation. When considering Urza's mental state continuing to worsen throughout the game, or the way Rance does still use her position for his own benefits in various ways. Like, yeah, he's the hero, but you know, it's still a bit messed up. But at the same time, Rance still becomes a crucial presence in her life, as he is one of the people who begins to shift the way she thinks about herself, and, of course, gradually leads her towards walking again. Even if the way Rance speaks and acts about his care is a bit crude, to say the least. By the end, Urza has an innate gratitude towards Rance for him due to his actions, how they impacted her, and of course how his presence is still one of the main reasons that allowed for Ice Flame to still even be existing by this point. However, rather than submitting herself completely to him, she kind of almost plays more of a straight man to his antics. She has a confident, oftentimes slightly teasing tone when it comes to their conversations. Like in the way she rejects or steps around his advances, or how she continues to primarily place her goals first, or just everything about the Sengoku fireworks scene between them. It captures everything I love about their dynamic to an absolute T. This is also present in, for instance, their interactions and gacha collabs with them as well. I don't want to take away any of the nuance their relationship has, or remove what it took for them to reach this point, but I think it's not completely outrageous to say that she acts a bit no-nonsense with him, and I think it's pretty amusing to read since not everyone is able to be on that type of wavelength of him. Due to the complex nature of their relationship, how it originated, and how it developed, especially on Urza's side, I think they have a very unique vibe compared to other dynamics present in the series. I'll use this as an opportunity to say how, of course, due to how much I loved her in Rance 6, I always loved her later appearances and content in Sengoku and Quest. While she's not a major star in either of these, just further showing the payoff, I guess, of her development from 6 is enough to make me so happy. Not only that, but she's also, like, unbelievably broken in both of these games. Of course, these games are not built around soloing literally everything with a singular character due to mechanics like the stamina-esque system in Quest, or requiring multiple battles and characters to conquer countries in Sengoku, like obviously. But it's an undeniable fact that Urza's abilities are just so good. Like, it's almost unfair. Whenever she's present in your active team, she just makes your life so much easier. It's actually kind of insane, honestly. It really feels like, yeah, you know what? Be rewarded for using this peak character. And honestly, I love that. Similarly, her extra content just makes me so happy. As I'm sure you could guess, I am still absolutely obsessed with her fireworks scene in Sengoku. It's just so good. It's genuinely one of my favorite parts of the entire game. It moved me so much. Their back and forth is just so refreshing to me. I think I love it so much because, in my eyes, it represents just how far she's come as a character. Meanwhile, in Quest, her silly interactions with characters like Magic, getting to see her in a gym outfit, it's peak. It's just so peak. I mean, just look at her, man. She is so stinking cute. Of course, I won't go into specifics due to, of course, still being unlocalized, but I will say that she is present in X as well, and just know that I adore her in it. I love my wife. She is absolutely perfect, you know, etc, etc. Before we wrap this up, I'd like to say that beyond Urza's just generally fantastic writing, I think a random, completely unrelated aspect for why I like her so much is because, well, I think tactician / strategic characters are kind of cool. I think this kind of stems from how deep I am into Fire Emblem. To me, it represents an insane level of confidence, willpower, strength. You get the idea. To be able to lay out your plans and have the fates of so many people lie in your hands. Like, girl, I can't do that. And then we have Urza, well, doing that. And she's doing great. Like, wow, I love that. You know what? She's cool. So, with that, I think that's about everything I wanted to cover in this video. I really do love Urza from the bottom of my heart, and I hope you do too. France is filled with so many amazing characters, but I do truly believe she is one of the most special. Thank you so much for watching. Here's the usual shilling time. Subscribe if you haven't already. More Rance character videos or other stuff involving the series will be on the way. Yay! And you know what? Leave a like, comment. Yeah! Follow me on Twitter for my very cool retweets, video updates, and my own artwork. And also more yapping. Wow! And follow me on Twitch because I like to stream sometimes. It's fun. I mean, why not? All the links for everything will be in the description below. So with that all covered, once again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you around.